Sports time now, and we go over to Sean Green over there in the sports studio. A very good evening to you.
Good evening to you, Lisa. Good evening to you, Barbados. Well, West Terrace in the girls and Bailey's in the boys. Well, they set the early pace at their national stadium in their Patsy calendar zone of this year's Pine Hill Knapsack. Now, West Terrace ended the day on 264 points ahead of Bailey's on 161.5 and Charles F. Broome in third on 151. In the boys, it was Bailey's out front on 202, followed by West Terrace on 195.5, Luther Thorne in third on 167. Now, Janaea Joe of West Terrace was the victress to Durham. She had 27 points. And Micaiah Braffett of Luther Thorne, he won the victor with 30 points. CBC's Damien Best was there for some of the early exchanges.
Knapsack 2020 Patsy calendar zone, students, teachers and parents braving the hot and humid conditions. Let's start with the open girls 600 meters, the fastest of three sections. The race is not for the swift, but for those who can endureth. Kenya Hines of West Terrace and Sky Edgel Map of Bailey's Primary were shining examples. Edgel Map didn't have enough in the tank to hold off Hines, who surged to the front and proceeded to lengthen her advantage. However, the zone record of 1 minute 43.39 seconds set by Ashlyn Simmons last year is safe. Hats off though to Hines. She eventually stopped the clock in 1 minute 51.63. Nalafemi Alexander of St. Stephen's eased past Map for second position. Switch things up to the boys, 800 meters now. 2 laps around the stadium. First section produced the fastest time. The young lads were going at a good clip in the first 200 meters. Then things reverted to a more steady pace. Ronaldo Duncan of Bailey's putting his departure plan in place. Stephen Allman of Charles F. Broome tracking him, and Malachi Hanif of West Terrace. Well, he didn't want the role of an escort, so he draws closer as well. With only 100 meters left, Duncan, without much fuss, locked in on the finish. He occasionally glanced over his shoulder for insurance. The record of 2 minutes 37.74 set in 2010 on a target at this stage. Duncan with the winning time of 2 minutes 37.74 seconds. Hanif 2 minutes 41.55, and Daquan Nurse of Milton Lynch third, 2 minutes 46.43. Before we continue with the action on the track, let's take in the shot put event, a new addition to Knapsack. This is the under 13 boys. Still a work in progress with regards to technique, but the best of the lot, not pictured here, was Tariq Greenwich of Luther Thorne with a put of 9.59 meters. Ethan Gale of Charles F. Broome with 9.53 finished second. Congratulations to both of them. Okay, back to the track now. Under 7 girls, 50 meters, the second fastest section. This one was extra tight on the line, but they said Sanaya Vanderpool in lane 2 of Wesley Hall just got there ahead of Rena Chaffon of Charles F. Broome. Pace indeed, 9.70 seconds. But spare a thought for section 1. Blink and you miss it. Naomi Cox was in the driver's seat but hesitated, and Kimaya Burke in lane 7 came along to snatch the win in a brisk 9.66 seconds. And the boys now, the section that torched the track in the 50 meters all the way from St. Philip. Michael Cumberbatch of Bailey's dusted them off in 9.01 seconds. Had enough to run at least 4 more times. Nazir Shepherd Cave of Luther Thorne second, 9.24, and Rajani Richards of George Lamin 9.32 for third. We're going to end this highlights package with the fastest from the under 9 girls and boys 80 meters. Different vantage point. Kayla Bennett of George Lamin was impressive, got a good start and used it. Bye-bye, she says. The time, 12.97 seconds. Section 3 of the boys is a lot closer. Jelino Hamlet of Charles F. Broome in 2, and Rajan Ford of Wesley Hall in 7. Ding dong battle. Ford on the tip, 11.91 seconds. Hamlet second, 12.05. Excitement at the National Stadium for the Patsy calendar zone. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
Switching to cricket, a welcome return to form by West Indies batsman Darren Bravo still wasn't enough for the Windies to defeat the Sri Lankan cricket 11 in today's 50-over warm-up game in Colombo. Now, Bravo smashed an even 100 off 88 balls before retiring out to lead the West Indies to 282. Sunil Ambrose and Nicholas Puran both made 41. Upal Tharanga then led the Sri Lankan resistance with 120 as the team reached 283 for 8 to win by 2 wickets. Sheldon Cottrell, Fabian Allen and Hayden Walsh Jr. had 2 wickets apiece between them. Now, the first one-day international between both sides bowls off on Saturday. And time for more sports and basketball. The Station Hill Cavaliers picked up their biggest margin of victory in the Cooperators General Insurance BABA Premier League last night. This was at the BCC gym with a massive 73-point win over Barbados Hilton Resort Warriors. The Cavs won 90-17 with Jacozy Bordy leading the way with 22. Meanwhile, the Burger King Clapham Bulls had a tough fight against the KFC Orange 3 Pinelands, but they got home by 5. But let's start with that Cavs Warriors game. It was an awfully good game for the Cavs and an awful night for the Warriors in the black. Darren Hunt with no challenge on this play. Cavs took advantage of the Warriors team, missing many of their top players from last season, and the Cavs run circles around these younger guys. This is Jason Smith finding the mark from beyond the arc. Then from the other side, Smith with another 3. He had 14 in the game. The onslaught continued all game, bounced past the side Norville for his only 2 points in the game. This small patches of play really summarized how the game went for the Warriors. I'll take that ball, son, says Jamai Puckering. And the left-handed layup to the hoop for 2 of his 8. Buckets were hard to come by for the Warriors, like this one here, as the Cavs were all over them like spots on a cheetah. Jacozy Bordy with the 2 of his game-high 22, as the Cavs went on to win by 73, winning 90-17. This game between the Pine in the red and the Bulls was a bit more evenly contested, and scoring was tougher, especially in the earlier stages. Raheem Gibbons trying to find the big man, Aki Marsh. Now all he has to do is deliver, and he does. Adams melting through the Bulls defense on his way home for 2 of his 11. Marsh on the go again, getting it through to remain level, sneaking in 2 of his 11. Adams with the ball, and Adams with a clear path to the hoop. Man, that was too easy. Pine on a roll as another 3 points are deposited in the tins. Ian Alexander. Marsh intercepts the pass and cuts a clear path through to the hoop. He had a game-high 27. Second half, Bulls trying to maintain their lead, looking for a 3. That didn't fly. Andrew Eiffel clearing the cobwebs to set up another shot. But when that didn't work, Marsh said enough was enough. Bulls taking this one by 5, winning 77-72. And we do apologize for the lack of audio at the start of that segment. However, in the other games, the Barbados Lumber Company Lakers were stunned by the Combined Schools Tridents, who won 87-76, while City United Celtics were stopped by Church Village Spartans 76-71. That's it for sports.